Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Alicia and I'm happy to be here with you guys today because I haven't filmed in a while and I've just been missing you guys. I've been missing like the whole YouTube experience. It's just so funny now because like YouTube is such a part of my daily life. I feel like something is missing when I'm not, you know, interacting with you guys. Today's video is going to be something a little different. I feel like this topic should be discussed because you guys are getting to know me a lot more and I'm opening up a lot more to you guys. I feel like there's really nothing for me to hide or anything for me to be embarrassed about. And the last time I spoke about this topic, it was about a year ago, if not longer. So I think it was a year. So I'm not gonna do like exactly what I did last year, but I just kind of want to summarize my health issues and different health issues that I've had over the years, because there's a lot of new subscribers that I have and a lot of new YouTube friends that I have since last year, and I just feel like that is a huge part of who I am. And you guys always hear me talk about going to the doctors or I have to go pick up my medication, and you guys probably wonder what the heck is wrong with her, or what, you know, what are her health conditions, like what is it that what diagnosis do I have? So I wanted to just speak a little bit about that and talk a little bit about pain. As I've gotten to meet other YouTubers, it's been amazing to meet other girls and guys that deal with the same things that I deal with, whether it's mental illness or, you know, physical illness. It's awesome to know that I'm not alone in it, and so I kind of want to do that for you guys because I definitely consider myself kind of an expert at all these health issues and, you know, what to do and how to maintain your pain. So that's what I want to talk about, and we're going to talk about it starting now. Last year I did a 3-part video on my syndrome, and I went into a lot of detail about my syndrome, but this is going to be overall, you know, general health, because I have other problems besides the syndrome that I have. The syndrome that I do have is called Oto-Palato-Digital Syndrome Type 2. I am the only female in America that doctors know of. So you're probably wondering what the heck is OPD. I abbreviated OPD. All of my bones and joints are just formed differently. I don't even know how to put it into words. Every bone in my body is just different than the average human anatomy, and it's crazy that I look as normal as I do compared to, you know, what my syndrome is. There are definitely a lot of things about my body that, you know, look different and people will question me about it. It basically consists of skeletal, muscle, hearing. That's why I wear hearing aids. The hearing loss is part of the syndrome, and because of the syndrome I've had to have a lot of surgery to correct the bones, to correct the joints, and to fix my hearing, and so overall I've had over 52 surgeries. I kind of lost count. My mom lost count at 52. We're pretty sure it's about 52, and the last time I had a bid surgery I was 15 years old. I'm now 33, so it's been quite a while. And as a child I averaged anywhere from about 4 surgeries a year, and so it was just the norm for me. And now that I've been an adult without having any surgeries, it's pretty much a miracle. I don't even understand it myself, like how I went from having to have surgery all the time to not having to have a surgery at all within the past like 15, 16 years. So it's pretty unique, you know. Doctors don't have answers for me. I'm basically the one, when I go see specialists, I'm giving them the information that I know, because basically the conclusion is I am my own diagnosis. I have other issues besides the Oto-Palato-Digital. I have osteoporosis, but at the same time I don't, because the doctor feels like it's brought on from my syndrome, since I do have bone issues, but my bone density is very low, and also I have a lot of joint pain. I have arthritis, I have a fusion in my neck, so I get a lot of neck pain. I just get a lot of bone and muscle and neck and upper back, and just a lot of joint pain every day. It's a daily struggle that I have, and it's gotten worse as I've gotten older. So aside from all that, I also have neuropathy, which again, the doctors were like, this is technically what it is, but in your case, it's because of your bone structure that's why these nerves are being pinched. So therefore, we're not going to treat you for neuropathy, but if we categorize it, then it's neuropathy. So basically, my hands, my arms, my feet, my legs, everything goes numb really quick. When I'm doing my hair, my makeup, cooking, driving, getting ready, like any type of, especially typing, my hands go numb really quick, within a matter of seconds. And the neuropathy is really bad, especially in my hands. So far, it hasn't caused any pain. I guess like the pain would be a burning sensation. I haven't experienced any of that yet. My bone density is what is the most concerning to my doctors, because I basically have the bone density of an elderly woman, and so my bones are really fragile. And you know, every time I tell the doctors, you know, what my lifestyle is like, I just can't believe that I'm able to, they question like, you know, what do you do throughout your day, and are you able to get yourself ready? Are you able to drive yourself? Are you able to do this? Are you able to do that? And I do everything as anyone else. I do everything like just any other person would. So they get pretty amazed by that, because technically, it's a miracle that I can hear. It's a miracle that I can walk. It's a miracle that I'm able to use my body to its full capacity. And also with OPD, usually there's mental retardation, and I obviously do not have that. So yeah, there's just a lot that goes into OPD, but then on top of that, I have other issues, the depression, the anxiety, what else? I think those that were brought on by all the trauma I had over the years of being in surgery and getting bullied, and then big things that happened in my life that would trigger my anxiety today. Every doctor I've met, and as an adult, and basically says like, your case is very rare, and we can't find anything to help you. I had open heart surgery when I was 10. That was separate from the syndrome as well, but like I've had to have hip surgery because the bone was out of socket. That's part of the OPD. My hands, the joints, the knuckles and joints are just different, and that's part of the syndrome. My face, I've had 2 facial reconstructive surgeries, one when I was 7, I believe, and then the last one when I was 15. They did a mid-face advancement. Basically, they broke my upper jaw and brought it forward, and also made a bridge on my nose. That is why this side is a little more protruded than this side. The doctor did not do a beautiful job. It bugged me for a long time that my nose was crooked and that, you know, this part protrudes a little more. But because there's screws in my nose and screws all in here, like there's a lot of metal pieces in my face, and they've been there since I was 15. So in order to correct this nose, I would have to go and get the same type of procedure done. It's a little graphic, and I don't want to be too graphic with you guys because it sounds awful and it sounds like it's impossible, like how the heck do doctors do this? But basically they cut from ear to ear. I have a scar that goes across my skull, and they have to bring down this facial skin, and then they're able to work on the bone structure. So that was a big surgery when I was 15, and I've just learned to love my body for what it is and embrace my nose because it's unique and it's my nose. No one else has it besides me. As a child, it was more, you know, bone issues and bone structure. I never really experienced pain other than, you know, after surgeries. But now as an adult, I suffer from chronic bone pain bad, and it is really bad. It does hinder me from being able to do things throughout the day that I want to do. I just push myself to do the best that I can, to do the most that I can each day. I'm able to drive, I'm able to cook, I'm able to do everything as anyone else is able to do. It's just that I have chronic muscle and joint pain and bone pain. The bone pain feels a lot like achiness, like the bone pain and the neck pain and the joints are what hurts the most for me. Because they don't treat me for the osteoporosis, and because I'm not getting treated for the neuropathy, the only way to manage the pain is, of course, to take pain meds. And that's a personal preference for each person. Some people can't tolerate pain meds, some people don't like pain meds, some people don't want to put any type of meds into their body. But for me, I take pain meds to manage my pain because my pain can get pretty intense to where I just feel like crap all day and I don't want to do anything, and it puts me in a bad mood. It makes me really frustrated, and it can ruin my days sometimes if I let it get to that point. So I do take pain meds, and I've been on them for going on 6 years now, and I just, for the longest time, it was something that I kept a secret, you know, from my friends and family, because I don't know, I just feel like, you know, when you tell people you're on pain meds and they automatically think that you're a pill popper, and the fact that I take them every day, then I get told, oh, well, you're addicted. And I had this conversation with my therapist, and she said, of course you're addicted because your body depends on it in order to get through the day. So especially with pain meds, your body builds a tolerance to it. Ibuprofen does nothing for me, really. So it's really hard because it drives me nuts that I am only 33. What is life gonna feel like for me when I'm in my 40s or another 5 years from now? Very frustrating that I do depend on them as much as I do, because without them, I'm miserable. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's a big part of who I am, and you know, I'm not gonna be embarrassed anymore about taking pain meds. I legitly have reasons why, and every doctor says it's up to my discretion. And you guys know, for my depression and my anxiety, I'm also on meds for that too. I do take antidepressants, and I do feel that they have helped me tremendously since last year. They really have helped, and I feel like I'm a lot more balanced now because of them. I'm not so up and down in a roller coaster mood, and also the pain does affect my moods. So being on antidepressants helps, and then having my anxiety meds help too. For the longest time, I was just so embarrassed and kind of felt ashamed for taking medication, and then I realized, like, why? You know, I'm getting these meds from doctors from USC Medical Center. Like, these are the experts. It's what I need to get through the day. I didn't think I was gonna get emotional about it. Some days are worse than others. Some days I wake up and I feel great. Some mornings I wake up and I don't want to get out of bed, and I'm in bed till like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon because I'm in so much pain. And it's hard. It's really hard to explain that. Like, even Marcus, my husband, like, even though he knows all of my health issues and he's seen me suffer through the pain for so many years, no matter what, he will never understand what I'm feeling. And I think I'm crying because I don't ever talk about this. It's something I keep to myself. I just wanted to talk to you guys about that because that is something that is a big part of my day-to-day struggle, and I don't talk about it to you guys, and that's the one thing that I've always kept hidden from you guys. And I think it's because I didn't want you guys to look at me and think different of me, because to have that reputation of, oh, she takes antidepressants, oh, she takes anxiety meds, oh, she's on pain meds, she's a pill popper, and that term offends me so bad. Like, I've had people tell me that, and get your facts straight. If you had my condition, you would be popping a pill too. I don't get high off of them. I don't get a buzz off of them. I don't abuse them. I get them prescribed once a month by my doctors. It is very frustrating because I do need to be on them daily, and now with all the new laws and people abusing these medications, I have to go to the doctor every month just to get my prescriptions, and they have to be written by the same doctor, and I have to go to the same pharmacy. So it's really, really difficult for me. It's something that really does consume my everyday mind, my everyday life. Like, I worry about it all the time. The cold weather will seriously mess me up really bad. If it's really cold, my joints and bones are aching really, really, really bad when it's super cold. To be careful and cautious of being aware of my body and what triggered my body to have this pain. And now recently I've noticed that during hot weather, like when I am really hot, my joints get swollen and they ache as well. So I can't be in cold weather because my bones will hurt, and I can't be in hot weather because then my joints will swell up and hurt. And it just, it's an everyday battle for me, every day. And it really didn't start until around 2010 it started for me. And prior to that, I had never taken any of the meds that I'm on today. And neither my dad's side or my mom's side have any health issues. Like, I am the only one that has health problems, like the only one. So as a kid, I just always felt like I didn't fit in. Here I go crying again. As of now, I don't have to have any surgery that I know of, but I have, told myself, from here on out, unless it's life-threatening, I do not want to go under. I am terrified of going under. I've been under anesthesia way too many times, and it scares me every time. I just pray that I'm gonna wake up, because it's super scary to put your life in somebody else's hands and know that you may not wake up from it. So besides taking the medication, I wanted to speak to you guys about like what else I do to help it. And I started doing physical therapy, and that was really helpful. And again, she was even like, how do you do what you do? I really do push it as far as I could go. And so yeah, I just told her, this is how I've always been. I always live life as normal as I can, and I know that I'm not the only one that struggles with, pain. And as an adult, I've met friends and met people here on YouTube that, suffer from chronic pain. And it's been amazing to like meet people that understand where I'm coming from, because I've never had that before growing up. Like, never had that. Aside from going to physical therapy, I'm just also very aware of what causes my pain to get worse. I have to give myself a break. Like, I literally have to force myself to stop doing something and just sit down and relax or take a nap because I pushed myself too far. For a long distance, the whole right side of my body hurts really bad. And even after sex, I'm gonna go ahead and say it because I am married and you know, most of you guys are adults. Even after that, I'm like in a lot of pain the next day. I want to get my story out so bad. I just don't know where to start or how to even start explaining like what I've been through and how I've gotten here. I'm gonna figure it out one day, and I do want to speak more about my health issues. So I think I'm gonna end it here because I don't really know what else to add. I don't want to cry anymore. So if you guys have any questions and you would like a part 2 to this, please give this a thumbs up. Please ask me any questions about my health. I have no problem answering questions about my physical appearance. Before I get stared at a lot, so I'm very much used to that. Marcus can't stand it. He hates when people just stare at me. I'm so oblivious to it now, I don't even acknowledge it. It feels good to talk to you guys about this because I always wanted to, but I didn't know how. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I shared, you know, something that I struggle with on a daily basis, aside from my anxiety, aside from my depression. The reason why I push myself so hard is because I just feel like, you know, one of these days I may not be able to physically do certain things that I do today, and that scares me. I want to be able to do more. I want to be able to be more physical, and I want to be able to do things without having so much pain throughout the day. And it just seriously a pain in the ass. Like, people that are around me throughout the day know that I suffer from it, and I'm always in pain. There's always something that hurts me. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about this because I feel like there's a lot of new subscribers that I have, and I haven't opened up to you guys about it at all. I don't really know what else to talk about, so I kind of need your guys' help. I want you guys to ask as many questions as you can, and if you've gotten this far through the video, thank you so much for listening to me. And if you suffer from chronic pain, let me know in the comments below, and that way we could just, you know, uplift each other. And you know, it's nice to know that you're not alone and that there's other people out there that go through the similar things as you. I want that support, and that is why I started doing YouTube. And I also want to be that support for you guys. So that is why I'm sharing my story and my struggles, because the struggle is real, guys. I appreciate you guys watching, and I love you guys so much, and it really does amaze me that I get views on my videos. Like, it's so cool to me. I never get tired of it, and your comments always brighten my day, and I just love you guys so much. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.